Hey y'all, today is going to be a what's up video and it starts right now. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Julian, also known as the Bearded Thrift Machine here on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. I acquire my stuff from yard sales, thrift stores, auctions, any place I can buy something for cheap and then sell it for market value on places like eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, or anything else I can actually sell it. So right now we're going to go over 20 what's sold for me in the last week or so. These are all going to be on eBay, all eBay sales. And I'll try to tell you exactly how long they took to sell and how much money I had into them at the time that I bought them. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you do like this type of content, always remember to go back, watch some of my other videos. And if you do like it, always remember to subscribe, comment down below, and like the video that you're watching. It really does help the channel out, and I do much appreciate it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on the very first one. The first one is going to be some PF. That's the name brand of the sockets. Some PF sockets. This is a whole socket set. This was a 3/8. This had deep sockets, shallow sockets. It had a couple half-inch drives in there. And there was a lot of 25. They did go for $38 plus shipping. They go on a padded flat rate. But they took probably about 8 months to sell. And I only had a couple bucks in them when I bought them. This one right here is a Jeff Gordon 24 pin. Very small pin. I actually bought this on a hat. And then I separated the hat and the pin. Nothing into it actually when the time I actually bought it either, because I bought the hat. Only went for $7 free shipping, but super easy to ship, super easy to list. So not bad right there. About made like $4. These right here I've had forever. When I bought them, I only had a quarter or so into them. I do a lot of high bid auctions, and I like to buy like closets, attic spaces. So you get a lot of stuff for pretty cheap, and this was actually in one of the closet sales. The thing is they do take a long time to sell usually. This took a really long time. These are some women's Clark's shoes. They were like in brand new condition. They only went for $15 plus shipping, but again, very little into them. These I've had for a super long time too, probably 8 or 9 months. Got it at auction. These are some light up, flashing, safety, reflective cycling or jogging belts. Lot of 3 went for $10 plus shipping. Surprised they actually sold, to be honest with you, because there's really nothing special. They're just jogging belts, but everything outdoors right now is selling for me, even stuff like that. This one right here is going to be a vintage Blackhawk 1/4 inch drive breaker bar. So this is a very small, like about that big breaker bar, and it went for $15, and the buyer did pay shipping. I have less than a quarter into this. When I buy toolboxes and stuff like that, I usually am buying it for something else, and this is just in there. Blackhawk is a really good brand to look out for. They are older tools, but I have sold a set of ratcheting wrenches for these for like $100 and some. So they're kind of like an unknown brand that people aren't really looking at. You know, it's not Snap-on or Mac or Matco. But I'm telling you right now, when I ever see Blackhawk, I still pick those up. So it's a good brand name to look out for. This one right here is a Wilson Staff Dynapower Fluid Field, only the 8 iron with a stiff flex shaft, right-handed club. They go for $16, and the buyer did pay shipping. With my clubs like that, I usually only have $3 into them at a Goodwill. And actually, when I go on yard sales, unless it's a high-end club, I still usually only pay between $3 to $5 per club. This TaylorMade burner, now there's a big difference between this TaylorMade burner and the new burners that are out. This is the old model. This went for $22 plus shipping. I have a ton of these left. And this was a 3 iron stiff flex graphite. So everything's working with this club. I just don't think this club in particular is very desirable. And it did go for $22, and the buyer did pay shipping, again, $3 into that, but forever to sell. This is a US Tour, the Bomber Wide Body Stealth. I would not pick this club up if it wasn't in a bag that I've bought for some other reason, like some other clubs in there. These right here, kind of like I always call them like throw-in clubs. They're in the bag, and it is what it is. If I come home, they comp out over $10, I usually list them. And this one did. This one went for $15. The buyer did pay shipping. This was a woman's flex. And people always ask, how do you know if it's a ladies flex, men's flex? It's usually written on the actual club. And there are some other ways, like the length and the grip size. All you have to do is usually Google it, and they'll be able to tell you exactly if it's a ladies flex. But a lot of times, it's going to say L flex on the shaft. This one right here is going to be a Callaway Big Bertha Deuce. And I've actually never found one of these before. It's just like a 2-wood, and they call it the Deuce, and it did go for $29.99 plus shipping, and it had the original head cover with it. And when you find these old Callaways with the original head cover, they're always going to go for like $30 to $40. So right there, that's a solid pickup, and I always find those, and they always sell very consistently for me. This right here is a Ping Answer putter with the sound slot. The sound slot is just, that's like a keyword you put in, because it basically has a slot cut in the putter itself, and it makes a certain sound when you putt with it. And this went for $25, and the buyer did pay shipping. And people always ask, does it still sell if it has a cracked grip or if something's wrong with the grip? This one right here, as you can tell, it has the original ping grip, but it was cracked up pretty bad. Doesn't matter. These are actually selling. I have a whole bunch of these. These are selling a ton overseas. So, and you're usually going between $25 to $35. This one right here is a Great Lakes region map from 1953. It was folded, as you can tell. I did take some pretty good pictures of it, but it had some like holes in the map and everything, and I got it basically for free, and it did go for $9 plus shipping on that, so not too bad there. This one right here is going to be a Snoopy Peanuts plush head cover. The driver size was a 460cc. That's a pretty big driver, so most likely this will fit all modern drivers and older drivers. And the reason how I know that is because it was on the tag. I have no idea how you would actually measure that if the tag didn't say it. But this thing went for $45 and the buyer did pay shipping. That actually came on a club that I bought, so definitely a good thing there. But if you ever see a Snoopy or any other character out there that's a plush, that's a head cover, I usually pick them up because they usually don't sell for less than 20 bucks. This one right here is a Royal Dalton large Toby mug, 6.5 inches. Got this at a auction a long time ago, and it finally sold for $38 plus shipping. I think I actually had about $10 into this or $5 into this when it sold, but not too bad there. Just took a really long time to sell. But Royal Dalton, I've learned that name from Kat, the nurse flipper. She always talks about that, and I saw those mugs, and these were pretty big. I mean, 6.5 inches. It was every bit of that big. So not too bad there, but definitely took a long time. I have one more for sale, and that one has a lot less interest than that one, so it's probably gonna take a while for that to sell. This right here is a vintage 1.25 by 21 inch spud wrench. Has no marks on it whatsoever. This had marks on it, probably would have went for a lot more money. But a spud wrench is when it has like an open end on one side and then it comes down to a point for like an alignment tool. And this one went for $19 plus shipping. This did not fit in any type of like padded flat rate or flat rate box or anything like that. And this was really heavy. I mean, it was basically 21 inches of steel. And again, the shipping was expensive. So I think the person was about $30 some all in on that. This one right here is going to be a denim Gap blue jean jacket, size large, new with tags. I used the keyword trucker. I don't know if that helped or not because it took about 6 months to sell. And this one went for $30 plus shipping. I remember picking this up last year at a yard sale for $5. So not too bad there, just took a really long time to sell. This vintage Orvis vest, cotton, made in the United States. I probably could use a lot better keywords in here, but I didn't really know how to describe this. It was kind of like a longer jacket, vest thing. I have no idea. I'm not really that good with clothing. I picked it up for $4 most likely at a Goodwill a long time ago, and it did so for $15 free shipping. So basically nothing made there. This one right here is going to be a John Daly Pro 460cc driver. And John Daly is known for the grip it and rip it saying. And this was a left-handed club, but I will tell you this. Anytime I get a John Daly driver, it doesn't sit on eBay long. It is immediately bought by somebody overseas. They must really like these clubs because almost instantaneously, if it's a good price, somebody buys it overseas and it's gone. So this went for $26.99 plus shipping, and they paid international shipping on that. And I did buy it for $3 at a Goodwill, and like I said, very fast seller there. This one right here is going to be a Penn 4500 SS, made in the United States reel. I picked this up for a couple bucks at an auction. It does not work. I knew it didn't work when I bought it. So this is obviously for parts, because that's what it says right there, for parts. But it still went for $40 plus shipping. I'm telling you, these Penn reels made in the United States that are gold like this, they still are worth money even if they do not work. This one right here is going to be a Penn Mag Power 990 casting reel. It has the original box. It had the original cover. It had the original tools. It was basically spooled and put back in the box and never touched for a really long time. Immaculate condition. I did spend $53 on this at an auction because I knew it was going to bring some money. And I listed it. I don't know if I listed it too cheap or what, but I listed it for $195 plus shipping. And it sold within a couple hours. Because you don't see them in that condition. Somebody probably really liked this reel, or they're buying it to display it because it was a very pretty reel for sure. And it had all the original stuff. And I've never seen one come with the original bag, and that's like the bag you put over the reel. It's like a reel cover. So right there, not bad there. 53 into 195 in a couple hours. I'll take that all day long. And these right here, I've had these forever. If anybody's in need of some extra large football Pro-Tech, like little padded short things, I still have a ton of these. And this is going to be for two of them $40 with free shipping. I've had them for a really long time. I picked a lot of these up. I want to say I almost picked up 40 to 50 of these at the Goodwill for $3 a piece. These are the only two that sold. I don't know if I'm asking too much money. I don't know if there's something wrong with the post. I have no idea. I felt like these things should sell a little bit better than they are. I'm just happy to see two of them go, to be honest with you. So right there, that's 20 what sold for me in the last couple weeks on eBay. I do appreciate everybody that watches. Hopefully you can go out there, find some of these items, flip it for yourself, and make some money. And you know I always catch you on the next one.